All right, first up we got Copland here. Great cast in this, man. Stallone, Keitel, Lyotta, De Niro. Just a really great cop drama. Of course, we got the classic First Blood. So much good things about that movie. It's a must own. Rambo Part 2, Part 3, and then Part 4, which is really, really good. It's actually my second favorite in the franchise. It's a brutal film, man. Of course, we got the classic Cannon, Cobra, Beetlejuice, Heat, great heist film. And we got Goodfellas. What can you say about Goodfellas that hasn't been said? The Goonies. This is my Warner Brothers stuff, by the way. And then we got Stephen King's The Shawshank Redemption. Another Stephen King here, The Green Mile. Two good prison movies. The Town, good heist film. Full Metal Jacket, classic war stuff. Definitely one of the best. Then we got New Jack City. Nino, Cancel That Bitch. Once Upon a Time in America. Good film. The classic Space Jam. Then we got, of course, Dog Day Afternoon. One of my all-time favorite movies. Such a good movie, man. Deliverance. Mean Streets. Blow. The Outsiders. Training Day. Guilty pleasure of mine. Such a cheesy film, but so much fun. No holds barred here. This is actually a great Blu-ray release, surprisingly from Image. Then we got Blue Thunder, Straw Dogs, Casino, Big Trouble in Little China, Menace to Society, Turbo Kid. So glad this got a release too. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Such a fun film. So memorable moments watching this when I was younger, as a kid. So glad that I got a release. Roger Rabbit. Favorite animation film of all time. Just a random Justice League movie here. Friday, easily the most quotable movie of all time. Just classic shit there. Underrated Nicolas Cage film, Lord of War, really good film. The classic Abel Ferrara film, King of New York. And then we got Stand By Me. All right, next up here we got Perfect Getaway, a really, really good thriller. Born on the 4th of July, must-see film, so good. One of my all-time favorite comedies, starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, Life. Such a fun film. Actually kind of sad too. Red Dawn, classic stuff. The Patriot, underrated war film. Say what you want about Mel Gibson. This is a good film. American Beauty, classic stuff. The Untouchables, Carlito's Way, Benny from the Bronx. In the Line of Fire, really good Eastwood film. American History X, great stuff. Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, Air Force One, Commando, classic Schwarzenegger, The Last Action Hero, Rod Deal, such a fun, cheesy Schwarzenegger film. This is a UK release, but it is all region free. Same thing as this, The Bronx Tale, UK release, region free. Such an underrated film. Well, not really underrated. It's just so sad that this doesn't have like a Blu-ray release here in America. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Platoon, Con Air, The Wolf of Wall Street, Taxi Driver, great film. My all-time favorite non-horror movie, Scarface, Juice, The Good Son. These are all Kino releases. Kino's a real interesting company. Release a lot of interesting stuff and a lot of cool things coming out in the next few months. The Park is Mine. Great Tommy Lee Jones film. Really fun. The original, Taking on Pelham 1, 2, 3. The Super Hooper, cheesy Steel Justice. Rolling Thunder, great revenge flick. Speaking of great revenge flicks, we got The Exterminator. Great release from Synapse. The sequel, which is one of the weirdest, cheesiest films I've ever seen in my life. The Class of 1984, fucked up movie. John Carpenter's classic Assault on Precinct 13. Really great double feature that I slept on for so long. Starring Peter Fonda, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and Race with the Devil, both great films. This is a German release, I believe, of The New Kids. If you've never seen The New Kids, check it out. It's a great film. And The Warriors, one of my all-time favorites. Alright, here we go again. Next up here, we got 1990s The Bronx Warriors. Really great stuff here. Then we got Escape from the Bronx. I don't own the third one in the trilogy. Vigilante, really great film. This is a new release, new pickup too. The Tenement, Game of Survival. Great release from Shriek Show. Such a fun, cheesy movie. The infamous 3-pack of late. Blind Fury, Silent Rage, and White Line Fever. All great films. But this is must own for White Line Fever. Such a fun trucker movie. Another Abel Ferrara film here. Miss 45. Probably the best rape revenge movie of all time. Dress to Kill. Apocalypse Now, that's randomly thrown in there. It's supposed to probably be down somewhere else, but I Spit on Your Grave remake, the sequel, and part 3. Actually, a pretty solid trilogy. I like all the films. The classic Last House on the Left. Then we have the unopened copy here of the remake, which I own on DVD too. I just never opened this Blu-ray. Then we have the Die Hard box set, which contains the first 5 Die Hard films. I still have yet to pick up part 6. The Terminator anthology here, which has, I believe, the first 5 films as well. I haven't seen the newer one. The Rocky franchise here on Blu-ray. Arguably the most solid franchise in existence. Not really one bad film in it. Part 5 is not the best, but it's okay. Put that up there for now. I'm missing Creed as well. The Godfather trilogy, probably the best trilogy ever made. Argument could be made for this trilogy as well. Back to the Future. The Alien franchise. RoboCop. Gotta love me some RoboCop. Have not seen the remake. Beverly Hills Cop. This is a UK release. Yet again, a shame that these films don't have Region 1 releases, but this is a good triple back with all 3 films here. Steelbook of Boys in the Hood. Steelbook of The Karate Kid. Love Cobra Kai. The sequel to The Karate Kid. I don't think part 3, 4 have Blu-rays as well. X-Men of Days of Future Past. That's the only X-Men film I own at the moment. Probably the greatest superhero movie ever made. Deadpool. The Amazing Spider-Man, which I thought was okay. It's not the best. Then the sequel. Yet again, they can't make good sequels to Spider-Man for some reason. Jurassic World. For some reason, I don't actually own the first 3 Jurassic Park movies. I know, it's a surprise. I'm a big fan of the whole franchise. Romeo and Juliet. Such a strange movie, but I've always been a fan of this movie for some reason. I like Shakespeare, so that's why I own it. Then the cult classic Spring Breakers here. James Franco's performance in this is just something too unreal. It's a great movie. Alright, to wrap up the non-horror stuff, this stuff probably will tip over because it's half full shelf. We got the classic Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, great sequel, kind of just a remake, just in a different place. The Breakfast Club, classic stuff. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I told you it was gonna fall. Let's try this. Weird Science here. Big. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, one of my all-time favorite comedies. Animal House, good stuff. Dazed and Confused. Fuck the Haters, these movies are awesome. Wayne's World Part 1 and Part 2. Just recently picked this up. Know these films were kind of hard to find. People have trouble with Best Buy exclusives and shit. Problem Child here, classic 90s film. I really hope the sequel gets released, man. I love the sequel as well. The Sandlot, great kids sports movie, all-time fave. Forrest Gump, classic stuff. Yet again, another quotable movie that I can never get out of my head. Varsity's Blue. I'm a big fan of this movie. It's a fun football film. And yet again, one of these new Best Buy exclusives, Basketball, from the creators of South Park, Matt and Trace. Good film. It's funny as fuck. And that does it for the non-horror Blu-rays. So let's get into the horror stuff. All right, let's start off with the horror here. We got the Boogans, the Orange Man, Cub, Night of the Scarecrow, Backcountry, Rise of the Zombies, which I have not checked out yet. I think somebody sent that to me. We got the houses that October built. Great premise, bad execution. It Follows, not really the biggest fan of it. The Final Girls, not a big fan of this. Then we got Troll 2, which I've yet to watch. Then we got the Leprechaun franchise here. Big fan of all the films. Then from Arrow, we got Chud. Starting to get into slasher territory here. We got Scream 1, 2, and 3. Scream 4. The Final Girls. Alright. Behind the Mask, The Rise and Fall of Leslie Vernon. Big fan of that movie. Stage Fright musical, really fun slasher musical. Lake Nowhere from 2016. Short, independent, low budget shit, but it's really good. Sorority Row, remake of House on Sorority Row. The House of Wax remake. You're Next. Town of Dread is Sundown. The infamous My Soul to Take. This movie is a very mixed opinions. Actually, kind of a big fan of it. The Lost After Dark, great throwback slasher from a few years ago. The Drownsman, decent. The Ward, yet again another film that has very mixed opinions on it. I don't mind it too much. And then we got a triple feature here of Scar, Terror Trap, and Midnight Movie. And then we got the Maniac remake, which is really surprisingly a great film. Alright, continue along with horror. We got Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, rest in peace to George Romero, Night of the Creeps, Dead Heat, Return of the Living Dead, Scream Factory Edition, double feature of Terror Vision and Video Dead, Ghost House in the Witchery, Cellar Dweller in Catacombs, The Outing in Godson, The Fog, Night of the Demons, Pumpkinhead, Invasions, People Under the Stairs, They Live, Body Bags, Tales from the Hood, Ghost Town, Stung, The Babadook with the pop-up book slipcover, random. The soundtrack to Pieces is up there for some reason. Must have been listening to it. Jaws, Jaws 2, Jaws 3, Jaws 4: The Revenge, Roar, which is by far one of the strangest movies ever made. Dogs, Day of the Animals, Wild Beasts from Seven, great film, glad to see that. Anaconda, The Long Weekend, Street Trash, Demons 1, Demons 2, Death Ship, Candyman, which is Region 2 Blu-ray, but it's region free. Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. Night Train Murders, great rape revenge film. The Crazies, Strip Nude for Your Killer, Deep Red, probably my favorite Argento, City of the Living Dead, The House by the Cemetery, The Bird in the Crystal Plumage, The Beyond, Cannibal Holocaust, and Cannibal Ferox. Those three from Grindhouse releasing some great stuff. My only Criterion, Rosemary's Baby, just a great film. I'm not going to bother taking this out, but the Phantasm box set was lucky enough to get one. Cost me an arm and a leg. I think I paid like $80 for it, but glad to finally own that. The Thing, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, still waiting for that Scream Factory announcement one day. The Evil Dead 2, Dust Till Dawn, Region 2 release of Blood Diner. I'm not gonna get that restaurant version. Devil's Rejects, House of Thousand Corpses, which they're backwards for some reason. ABCs of Death 2. I own part 1 on DVD. The Sacrament, Good Night Mommy, We Are Still Here, Trick or Treat, Krampus, Clown, The Green Room, and the remake of Poltergeist. Final Destination 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm a big fan of the entire franchise. The Editor, which I've still yet to watch. I know everybody loves that movie. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Night of the Demons, Hostel 1 and 2, Rest Stop Part 2, One Missed Call, The Hills Have Eyes, OG, VHS 2, VHS Viral. I have Part 1 in DVD. Deathgasm, Bunny the Killer Thing. Check that movie out. Interview with a Vampire. My all-time favorite movie, The Lost Boys. Creep Show. It's over there for some reason. Salem's Lot. Cat's Eye. The Shining. It. Can't wait for the remake. Creep Show 2. Children of the Corn. Pet Sematary. Thinner. Carrie. The Mist. 1408, and a Steelbook of Christie. Final shelf here, which is the slashers. Bay of Blood, Black Christmas, Psycho, Psycho 2, 3, the infamous Halloween box set. I'm so happy to own that. Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, 3, probably one of my favorite horror trilogies. The Funhouse, Terror Train, The Burning, Motel Hell, Deadly Blessing, Shocker, The Destroyer, and Edge of Sanity, Bad Dreams of Resident Hours, X-Ray and Schizoid, Prison, Death Valley, Slumber Party Massacre, Scarecrows, The Final Terror, Final Exam, New Year's Evil, Cherry Falls, Fender Bender. Man, Scream Factory put out a lot of slasher films. Wish they put out more. The Stepfather, The Funhouse Massacre, some Arrows, got Blood Rage, The Mutilator, The Zero Boys, The Invitation, The Driller Killer, my only Vestron at the moment, Chopping Mall, some 88 films here, Mother's Day, Don't Go in the Woods, Spider University, Slaughterhouse, Nail Gun Massacre, Drive-In Massacre, some Synapse here. We got Intruder, The Dorm That Dripped Blood, aka Pranks, Prom Night, Christmas Evil, Madman, Graduation Day, Horror House on Highway 5, The Undertaker, Jack Frost, some more snaps, which are out of place, Curtains, Maniac Cop 2, 3, Stage Fright, Maniac, The Prowler, New York Ripper, Fuck the Haters, Uncle Sam, The Two Box Murders, Torso, Satan's Blade, Killer Workout, Cinco de Mayo, Student Bodies, Don't Go in the House, To All Good Night, Silent Scream, The Awesome Hacker Lantern, Bloody Birthday, Bloody Moon, some Cold Reds, Nightmare and the Damaged Brain, Hide and Go Shriek, Twisted Nightmare, Deadly Dreams, The Majorettes, Silent Night, Deadly Night, The Last Horror Film, Death Spa, My Bloody Valentine, When a Stranger Calls and Happy Birthday to Me, Moonstalker, Angst, House on Sorority Row, Pieces, Friday 13th box set, Nightmare on Elm Street box set, and the Child's Play box set.